What's up, guys? My name is Beth and I have not filmed a video in like a year and a half. I decided to do like an everyday normal makeup look. Not that anything I do will ever be normal, but you know, whatever. So I filmed this and I also included some tips and tricks about how I do my freckles and how I do my bottom lashes, since I get a lot of questions about them. I will try to include everything that I used in the description. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. Otherwise, if you have any other videos that you would like me to film, just let me know that too. You can also follow me on Instagram if you're not already. It's Twisty Dark. Forgot my own handle for a second. Okay, I'm gonna get right into the video. This is the face primer I'm going to use. It's by the brand Santee. I got it for $1.99 because I am cheap. It is very similar to kind of like the Nivea Men's Shave Balm. Like, it makes my skin tacky. Foundation. I'm using the Fenty Beauty foundation. The Pro filter? Yeah. My color is 140. I try not to cover my tattoo. In case you didn't know, I had a face tattoo, by the way. I try not to cover it because I like it. Okay. So this is one layer of foundation. I usually go back in and I'll put the rest that's on my hand on areas that I want more coverage. So like in the center of my face, mostly like cheek area. And usually my chin. Wipe all the foundation off my little buddy here. So I cream contour before I put my actual concealer on because I feel like it makes my concealer blend and I can fix any of the mistakes from cream contouring. So unfortunately, I actually do have to cover my tattoo for this. A little bit of my chin there for definition. This stuff is like full coverage. And then I take a brush and I blend it out, starting with my chin. And then I'm gonna take the stick and a little bit on my brush, and I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose, which is gonna end up getting covered when I put blush on, but still like to put a little bit on there. Okay, and then for under eye concealer and any other concealing I need, I'm gonna use the last little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape. And because of my bridge piercing, I can't put a lot on here because when I blend it out, I have to not get it in the way of my bridge. So I'm just gonna do a little triangle. I'm going to bake, and I use the Coty Airspun powder for this. Is it Coty? Yeah, it is. And get a little bit of my powder in here.
You can't see it, but I totally spilled my powder everywhere. It's all over my pants.
Okay, so before we were violently interrupted by my incompetence, I'm putting more powder into the cap so that I can clean up my contour line. My plugs here. And I'm just going to cut that.
So now while we're baking, I'm just gonna leave my face like this. Front the camera.
Cute, right? Found it. So one thing I get questions about a lot is how I do my freckles. So I actually, I use this City Color liquid matte lipstick. Sorry, there's hair dye on my fingernails. The trick to getting them the way I like them is using false eyelash tweezers. So what I do is I take this stuff, and I'm gonna have to turn to use my mirror now, and I put some on my hand like that, and then I dip these in here just so I get enough on the tip, and then I'll take these and I squeeze them together like a little bit so they're a little bit closer, and then you can move them apart so you can have them in different, you know, spaces apart. And I'll pick a spot and I'll dot them. So let's say I'll put 2 there, and then I'll move them all the way apart and I'll just let them rest, and I'll put 2 there, and then I'll turn it and do, let's say, 2 right there, and then I take my middle finger and I poke on top of them and it moves them around. See that? So once that's done, they look a little something like this. I don't mind that they're dark because I go through with the sponge I originally baked with. I add more powder on top, let that sit for a couple seconds, and then I rub it off so they're not as crazy. So I was at the dollar store yesterday, because I love the dollar store, and I found these. I don't know, there's some off-brand. They were $1, I don't care, but I'm gonna try them. One of them is a bronzer, one of them is a blush. I'm gonna open it. It looked like a really good color to contour with. My ears flopping around, does that bother anybody? Ooh, this is pigmented. Holy moly! And I'm gonna put it on the tip of my nose. Okay, so before I highlight, if you follow me on Instagram, a lot of people ask me what I use on my nose and add into my blush to make it look all like neon-y and pretty. It's these thingies. They're the Stargazer Eye Dust. The one that I usually use it doesn't really have a color. It's called 207s, and then I just take whatever is in the cap and dust off the excess, and then I add it onto my nose. And then to highlight, I'm gonna use a couple of different products that I usually use. This one obviously looks really intimidating in the pan, so I'm just gonna swirl my brush in there. And I kind of just dust it over the same places that I put my blush. And then I also dust it into the area where I put my eyebrows. And then I think I'm gonna take this prismatic shadow from NYX called Bewitched, and I'm gonna take it on a fluffier brush, and I'm just gonna focus this on the highest points of my cheeks. So like right here. I never use just one highlighter, I always use 2 minimum. And then I'll put a little bit of this on the arch of my brow too. Now that my my base is done, like all of my face makeup is done, I'm going to be right back because I'm going to go through all of my eyeshadow palettes and I'm going to figure out which one I want to use, what I want to do with my makeup today. I'm also going to figure out what lashes I'm going to wear, and then I will be right back and we will come up with something for my eyeballs. Coffee break. I'm going to use this palette, the MORPHE 39A. I usually don't do a lot of like natural looks. I usually use a lot of color, so I might add color in, but I'm just gonna do normal, like natural makeup today. So I'm gonna put this in my lap. I'm gonna start out with a transition color, so I'm gonna find a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna start with that color right here, which is Transitional. Watch this be the most boring look of all time. Alright, and then I'm gonna grab a smaller, fluffier, smaller blending brush, but like, you know, smaller, and go deeper in the crease with a darker color. Let's do that one, which is called Cat Eye, in the outer edge, and then just in my actual crease. There is a black in this palette, but I haven't used it, I don't think. So I'm gonna use it right now and I'm really scared. Black is very scary. So I'm gonna get some on my brush and then tap a lot of the excess off. And then I'm just gonna put this on the outer bit. Oh bitch, that's black. This I'm just pressing as opposed to like swiping, because with black, if you try swiping, it's not gonna blend as well as you would like it to. So I'm just patting. And then I'll go in with the original brush that I used the first color with to go over and blend it out, because it's a little bit softer.
Even when you think you're done, keep blending.
With black, you always want to start with a little bit and then work your way up for however dark you want it, because it is very easy to mess it up. And then this brush is kind of angled. I don't know if you can see that. So originally when I'm putting it on the outer corner, I pat it flat like this, but for the underneath my eye, I'm going to use this little edge and just get product on that so that it gets a lot closer to the lash line. And then this one I'll swipe back and forth, making sure to connect it with the top part. I'm taking the other brush and blending. Only blending. Only blending. And then I think I'm gonna take this color, this like gold color that's so glam, and I'm gonna take it on a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the MORPHE BK30, and I'll just use this and sweep it across the lid. Kind of going over that black so it blends as you go. And then I'm gonna take that highlight shade that I used, the single, and I'm gonna put that like on the center and then the inner corner. And for the center of my eyelid, I'm gonna use my finger. And then for the inner corner, I'm gonna use a little brush. Let me grab that really quick. This one, actually. This is a K39 from Cara. It's very, very teeny. And I'm putting it on the inner corner and then kind of on the bottom. Can you see that? Can you see it? Cool. I decided I wanted some glitter, so I'm just gonna put gold glitter on a little bit of the lid. So it's just like a gold glitter liner. It's nothing crazy. So the two pairs of lashes I'm going to wear today are pretty much the same pairs of lashes that I always use. The top lashes are the ones that I get from eBay that I get the most questions about. They're from the brand Arison? No, Arison. I don't know. They're this brand. They don't have the name of them. This is what they look like. They are super pretty. They're super fluffy. I use these every single day. They're pretty much the only lashes I wear. And then the bottom lashes I use are the Ardell Wispies because they're like clustery. So what I'm doing right now is taking a pair that I've already opened and taking the glue off of them so I can use them again. So I also get a lot of questions about what lash glue I use. And I use the same lash glue for top and bottom just because I usually always wear dark eyelash glue because it makes my eyelashes stay. So this is the brand that I use. It's called Star Glue. Got it for $1.99. This is by far the best lash glue I've ever used in my life though, so does it really matter that it's cheap? I don't think so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use whatever mascara, and then I put my top lashes on first, and then I do my bottom lashes after my top lashes have dried. So I need to find my lash curlers. Okay, so I use two lash curlers. I use regular lash curlers to curl my actual lashes. And then when I'm done putting the falsies on, I use these ones that don't have the sides on them. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and put my top lashes on off camera. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm going to demonstrate how I put my bottom lashes on because they're very hard to get used to if you're not used to doing it. So I will be right back. Okay, so I have my top lashes on. And I have already put one coat of mascara on my bottom lashes and I'm waiting for that to dry, and then I'll put another coat on. While I basically put the extra coat of mascara on while my lash glue is drying. Because one thing I found the key to getting bottom lashes to stay is having really, really, really tacky lash glue. Don't mind my mirror, I'm using it for things. So the trick with bottom lashes is, okay, so when they're sitting in a package like this, obviously you have your right eye and your left eye. When you're doing your lashes, think of them as being flipped over. So now you have them upside down like this. So then your left eye becomes your right eye, and then your right eye becomes your left eye because you're flipping them over so that they curl down. Like every other lash, when you take them off of its packaging, you want to make sure that you trim them. And then with bottom lashes, you want to make sure that you're bending them like this so that they kind of mimic the shape of an eye. And I grab them with my tweezers right in the middle like this. And then I'm gonna take my lash glue. I'm gonna put like literally the smallest amount of lash glue on the band. So basically what I do is I put like a little dot on where the clusters are, and then I just move it around with the actual tube. You wanna have the smallest amount. This is gonna make it a whole lot easier to stick to your actual eyeball. Let's see, kind of like that. You really, really don't want a lot of lash glue on there. And then you're gonna take your mascara while your lash glue is drying, and you're gonna put one more coat on your bottom lashes. This will just help hide the band. For bottom lashes, I always wear lashes that have small bands because it makes it easier. Give it a couple blows. And then you place the middle first. So that's gonna go right underneath your lashes. You place the middle first, and then you let go of it with the tweezers and put the inside and then the outside and hold them there. And you wanna hold them until they dry, and that's how your lashes are gonna stay. So this is gonna look really funky. I'm gonna place it as close to your lashes as possible. And then you take the inside and the outside. And then you hold it. And once they dry, they stick in that spot. So I'm back, and now both of my bottom lashes are on. I think they look cool. I got a random hair hanging out. So this is probably one of the more natural makeup looks. I think it turned out really cute. If you guys have any questions about anything I used or any techniques, or you have questions about, you know, other videos you want me to film, you can leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say except for I'm just wearing chapstick on my lips. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because my eyes look huge when I wear double lashes. So, and if you have any requests for videos that you would like to see from me, let me know. And hopefully this wasn't the worst. Welcome back to making videos, I guess. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm gonna go film an intro. Yeah, bye. Hopefully the color of my plugs is not super distracting. Okay,